Hello there, this is Dave Motorhead again. Just want to give you guys an update on Phil's car. I won't pronounce his last name because I always get it wrong. Anyway, I took the motor out of this bad ride today and kind of going through things, and I just want to show you guys what I found so far. So here you go. Well, first off, of course, we always find the tons of rat crap and garbage inside these motors. And that's why we're taking it apart. If we would have ran this thing, it would have overheated and blew up. Another thing, I don't know if you can see or not, but the bolts for the flywheel are busted off. There's 3 of them broken off that I've found so far, and I think there's only 6 bolts, so that's a problem. Also, the diff itself is missing a big chunk, so that's not a good thing. The exhaust logs, this is what we had for exhaust bushings, or the donuts, the exhaust log donuts, so there wasn't much left there. And also it's leaking up underneath here between the tranny and the rear end, so I think that's a problem. Also, what's kind of scaring me on this motor is if you look here at the head bolts, they're not torqued. If you can see that or not, maybe I get a better shot of it. They wiggle. I don't know if you can see that or not. The whole thing's wiggling. Now I checked 3 of them on this side, and if you look up underneath here, well, you can't really see it. That one's wiggling too. So that's kind of showing me that this motor wasn't really put together very careful if I'm finding loose head bolts. Also, it's got a folded fin cooler on it. And I think it's leaking oil down in there. So that's where we're at with Phil's car. It's a good thing we took this thing apart because it's got some definite issues here that we're going to correct. So anyway, that's good reason why whenever you find a new car like this, and if it starts and runs like this one did, it's not a good idea to just go ahead and drive it. You know, it's a good idea to pull these things apart when they've been sitting for a while and clean all this stuff out and kind of go over them. Even though this thing started and it probably would have went down the road, it probably wouldn't have lasted more than 100 miles or so before we'd have major problems with it. So anyways, I'm Dave Motorhead, and there's a little update on what we're doing with Phil's car.